That's the story of Rick Jackson's life. He's running for governor to do the same for you.
The Live 5 for 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Right now on this Channel 6 at 6, tragedy striking the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. How deputies are coping with the losses as your news at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Jenny is off tonight. Coverage you can count on begins with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office working to support its own after losing 2 members of the department in separate incidents. You know, deputies are used to responding when other families face tragedy, but now they're dealing with it. Jartavius Edmonds spoke with Sheriff Eugene Brantley about how his team is coping and who these 2 men were beyond the badge. Jartavius?
Deputy Jailer Michael Davis died Wednesday after a medical episode, and Deputy Philip Watson Jr. died in an off-duty car crash. Brantley knew both men for years. He says their deaths has forced the department to grieve while still showing up for the community.
The last time I saw Davis was, I think, in one of his briefings. The last time I saw Watson was Sunday at the memorial service at the museum. You never know when, maybe last time to speak to them or shake their hand. So it's always important.
Brantley says Deputy Jailer Michael Davis had been with Richmond County for about 28 years.
I met him when I first started in the jail about 26 years ago.
And Deputy Philip Watson Jr. was someone Brantley says other officers look to for guidance.
They just spoke of how much he was instrumental in their growth as officers.
But for Brantley, one of the hardest moments came after he left the crash scene and went to the hospital.
To see the kids laying there just watching cartoons and not really knowing that they will never see their parent again. At that moment was when it really just kind of hit me.
Deputies here are used to showing up when someone else is facing one of the worst days of their life. But this week, they're the ones dealing with loss while still showing up to serve the community. Brantley says the sheriff's office is also working with both families as they deal with what comes next.
And make sure that, whatever we have to do or need to do, we're prepared to do that to make sure everything is as smooth for them as possible.
And when the uniforms, the crash scenes, and titles are stripped away, Brantley says he hopes people remember something much simpler about the 2 men.
2 people who cared. They were loving people. If you have an opportunity, if you have kids, if you have someone you care about, just make sure you take an opportunity to tell them, how much you love them, because tomorrow's not promised, the next hour's not promised, and you don't want to lose an opportunity to speak to them and tell them how you feel.
Brantley says funeral arrangements have not yet been finalized. Brad?
Hey, Jartavius, thanks. Rough going for the sheriff's office these days, for sure. Jenna Petracci is standing by. She's going to take a first look at our weather right now.
Well, it's nice and dry at the moment, and it was definitely another hot day. You're taking a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam right here at Television Park. Just a few clouds in the distance. Now, as for Almanac today, no rain in Augusta, but we did have a storm nearby in Edgefield County. We had a low of 73 today, and then our high temperature hit the triple digits again. So yesterday we were at 99, then the day before we were at 100, and the day before that we were at 102. So we've pretty much been dealing with the 100-degree heat for the last several days, and you can see the record today was 105, so still 5 degrees below that. Now we're in the upper 90s, 99 in McCormick, Lincolnton, Augusta, 96 in Aiken, 97 in Evans. Dew points are still on the lower side, thank goodness, especially in the western portion of the CSRA, so the heat index is tolerable, you could say. We're not quite hot enough to have a heat advisory, so it's feeling like around 102 to 105. The winds are starting to come out of the southeast, though, and that's going to make it feel more humid tomorrow, even though the temperatures are going down a bit. Here's a look at the rest of your your evening will be in the upper 80s by 9 p.m., staying dry. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up. But back to you, Brad.
Yeah, these temps are too hot for many to handle. They pose a health risk to people, so you can imagine that they're tough for pets as well. Kim Vickers, live now from North Augusta with that coverage. Kim.
Well, all week long, these feels-like temps have been in the hundreds, which is dangerously high, and it's important to make sure we're protecting our pets while they're outside. When your pet is outdoors, always make sure that they have a cool, shaded place to hang out and plenty of water. If you start to notice that they are panting heavily, drooling, have sweaty paws and bright red gums, they might be experiencing the beginnings of heat stroke. Immediately get your pet to a cool place and put cool, not cold, towels over them. Do not put them in ice because it could cause them to go into shock. And there is one symptom that says that it is time to take them to the vet.
Within those steps of, giving the dog water, the damp towels and everything like that, you always want to check the dog's temperature. If it reaches levels past 104, that is the time you want to pick up your dog and take it to the vet.
Now we have more safety tips and signs that your pet may be experiencing heat-related illness over at WJBF.com. Live in North Augusta, Kim Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Richmond County Sheriff's Office in the corner looking into a homicide. This happened last night on Rushing Road. The victim is Otis Pierce. Deputies say he was shot. David Mosley is under arrest and accused of murder. Officers say the victim got into an argument with the suspect and that led to the shooting. Augusta Mayor-elect Stephen Kendrick's transition committee is going to have another meeting with the community tonight. He'll introduce his transition team and talk about plans and goals. It's happening now at the Brigham Center, and there are going to be two more of them. One Monday at the Julian Smith Casino, the other Thursday, the 27th of August at Warren Road. Well, another deadline with the Broad Street construction has changed. The section between 13th and 12th Street now has an end date of September 14th. They were supposed to wrap it up in July. They moved it back several times. A business owner says he's trying to be positive.
I'm assuming that also is inclusive of some details, but again, we're getting concrete poured this week. It's going to have some new fresh tables on it, and I think we've got to stay positive, and our message is for people just to come down here and support everybody that has a business down here.
The business corridor of Broad Street should be done by the end of the year, and then the whole downtown project finished early next year. Aiken leaders looking at what's next for the city, including new projects worth millions of dollars. City Council approving funding for a new city website, a public safety drone program, and new fire safety equipment. They had the State of the Community meeting last night.
New downtown hotel is going to be really fantastic, and we're about to close very, very soon. And it will provide also a parking deck for them.
The city says people can expect to see many of those projects take shape in the coming months and years. Well, the company that makes flock cameras announcing new guardrails after reports of misuse by law enforcement agents. Safety on the water, why South Carolina DNR is sounding the alarm.
Next, E.T. The stars step out in Nashville to celebrate Dolly Parton. Then, only we're in Dallas with Dr. Phil and White Robin for an exclusive home tour. Plus, his relationship with Oprah today.
Next, E.T. Tonight at 7:30 on News Channel 6.
Snooze button or choose button. Mix and match 2 for $5 and choose from your favorites, like a sausage McMuffin with egg and sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Or get the $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm often asked, how'd you become the largest injury firm in the world? The answer is simple. We've won a lot. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Hurry in and save up to 20% store-wide. And Hunt Buys start at just $4.99. Plus, take advantage of 0% interest up to 60 months with no down payment. Only at Ashley.
At Queen City Home.
Get the latest video in one click at WJBF.com.
snooze button or choose button. Mix and match 2 for $5 and choose from your favorites, like a sausage McMuffin with egg and sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles. Or get the $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
In South Carolina, the Department of Natural Resources reminding folks to be safe on the water. That's after people drowned in Lake Hartwell this summer. Devin DeStefano has more.
In Anderson County alone, 5 people have drowned in Lake Hartwell this summer. Now, DNR officials are urging people to take extra precautions before getting in the water. 17-year-old Abraham Vasquez was a student at Westside High School. The coroner's office says he drowned at the River Forks boat ramp on Monday. Officials also say Vasquez was swimming from one shoreline to another with a friend before getting exhausted and going under.
This lake doesn't discriminate. It'll take a strong swimmer just as well as it will a weak swimmer. But you know, having on a life jacket is gonna up your chances of survival.
Jason McDaniel is a DNR game warden. He says the lake level has been unusually low due to dry conditions this summer, making the depth in parts of the lake unpredictable and more dangerous for swimmers.
Most of the swimming areas, the water is past the swimming areas at this time. So people are going out and just finding them a place to swim that looks safe. And, you know, you get out 2 or 3 foot into the water and it drops off kind of drastically.
The low water level puts boaters at risk as well.
Ever since the lake has dropped, there's obstructions now that are not marked, not usually there. 8 foot is a pretty good depth change when you go from, you know, not seeing something in the water until, you know, you pull up, next thing you know, you're on top of a rock or a shoal or a tree.
McDaniel's message is simple.
Just think about safety. Safety comes first. It will save your life in the long run.
And if you need a life jacket, DNR has them available at most boat ramps. Just borrow one for the day and return it when you're done.
And a sad ending to tell you about for the search for a missing boater in Horry County, South Carolina. The boater disappeared yesterday after his boat hit a log in a river. He wasn't wearing a life vest, they say, and a dive team found his body.
My division chief of training took our other large drone that can operate even longer periods of time to the scene, met with their command post, and began searching alongside. And then they were able to get a really good location. They thought what could possibly be an underwater victim for recovery. They were correct on that.
They were able to rescue another person in that accident, and they're in the hospital, SCDNR says. In fact, that person just did get out today. An important programming note to tell you, News Channel 6 is going to air the Carolina Panthers at Jacksonville Jaguars preseason football game. That's tomorrow night at 7:30, so it means Celebrity Jeopardy is going to be on Saturday morning at 3. That's 3 a.m. Saturday, Jeopardy fans. 2020 is going to be on Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. Our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Petracci, back with us now.
Well, Brad, it's a quiet Thursday night, but we will have some showers and storms moving in tomorrow, and some of those could be strong to severe. We'll also be watching for some localized flooding, but all of this is followed by cooler and drier air taking over. I'll have more details when we return.
You are more than your car rental.
Swing by Bojangles and get 2 sausage and egg biscuits for $5.
The Greater Augusta FCA Coaches Appreciation Banquet is on Thursday, November 12th. This year, welcoming our guest speaker, 4-time NBA All-Star Mark Price. Seating is limited. Reserve your table today.
In case we haven't met, I'm attorney Chris Hudson. I represent people who have been hurt. It's what I do every day. I've seen accidents devastate families, but I can help. Injured? Call me, Chris Hudson. From here, for you.
Swing by Bojangles and get 2 sausage and egg biscuits for $5. Double the protein and the flavor. Order in the app or head to Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Now,
Your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. We've been dealing with the 100-degree heat for the past 4 days now, but luckily it does come with beautiful blue skies. This is our Terry Limbert Hyundai Skyview cam up at Soap Creek Marina, where we're sitting at 99 degrees, still feeling like 102. Now, luckily the heat index is only 3 degrees higher than the actual temperature, and that's because humidity is still around 30%. It's been that way over the past couple of days, so it's not really the humidity, it's more so just the heat this week, but the humidity will start to take over tomorrow. That's because ahead of this system, winds are going to start to come out of the southeast, and that's going to increase our moisture and also allow for some showers and storms to move in. Now, we're starting out our Friday dry, and we'll heat up to around 95 to 98 degrees. I'm not expecting us to hit 100 anywhere tomorrow, but with the higher humidity, with that southeast wind, it will be feeling like up to around 105 degrees during the 2 o'clock hour. But with some of these showers and storms developing, that will cool some spots down. Now, here's your football forecast. We have our Game Night Live game of the week, North Augusta versus Strom Thurmond and Johnston, starting out in the mid-80s at kickoff, and then as the game goes on, we'll be in the upper 70s later on. Now, we are going to be seeing some showers and storms, but luckily for our northern counties where this game will be, it does look like most of that activity will be dying down as the game goes on. So here's a look at our severe weather outlook. Most of us are under a marginal risk for the possibility of damaging wind gusts and small hail. We also have a marginal risk of excessive rainfall with minor flooding possible and a slightly higher threat for parts of Aiken, Edgefield, and Saluda counties. So here's our future cast. Once again, starting out Friday dry, then once we get into the afternoon, some pop-up showers and storms, and within those cells, that's where we could have some damaging wind gusts and hail. So by the time the games are starting off tomorrow, we could have our best chance at seeing some rain, but then most of that activity will be focused in the southern portion of the CSRA by around 9 o'clock. So like I mentioned, for the game up in Johnston, it does look like we'll have some lingering light showers around, but most of that thunderstorm activity will be further south, and some of that activity will linger past midnight into early Saturday morning. So here's a look at our future cast. That cold front passes by on Friday. Then behind this front, we'll have that drier air taking over. Still some lingering storms possible in our southern counties on Saturday, but most of the weekend will be dry, and Sunday looks fantastic with dew points falling back down to the 60s on Sunday and Monday. So that means we are getting a little bit of heat relief. It won't be quite as bad. We'll have those highs in the low to mid 90s early next week with the heat index under 100 degrees. So here's your 10-day forecast. Lower humidity on Sunday, plenty of sunshine going into Monday, and then we'll have some higher rain chances by the middle to end of next week with temperatures going down into the low 90s. Now, congratulations to today's umbrella winner. That is Christine Jordan from Bartow, Georgia. Christine, you can pick up your Viper 6 umbrella here at the station and sign up to win yours on WJBF.com.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Still ahead, the Burke County Bears facing the Greenbrier Wolfpack. Live coverage in sports.
Find the best in clothing.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
And welcome to Greenbrier High School. It's the season opener against the Burke County Bears. There's already excitement in the air. You can probably hear the band going on right now behind me. This game did get moved up a day early due to inclement weather, but these teams, regardless, are ready to go, even if it is a day early. Now, the Bears have jumped from Class 2A to 3A this season. They're heading into the year as the 7th-ranked team in Class 3A. They're coming off that 11-3 record from last season. On the other hand, the Greenbrier Wolfpack making that jump from 5A to 6A. They're coming off a 2-8 campaign. Head coach Franklin Stevens knows it'll be a challenge, of course, to open up a season against a non-region opponent, but he feels that they're up for the challenge.
We got to go out and win, and our goal is to try to win every game that we go out and play. That's our number one goal. But we want to make sure that each week our guys are getting better, and that's what it is. It's about growing and developing your kids, and it's kind of worked for us the last couple of years. And it's important that, we want to win. I get it, the fans want us to win, but we got to make sure that we're growing our guys and developing them the right way so that once we get to the playoffs, that we're ready to go.
Now that kickoff is set for 7:30 p.m. We'll have those highlights later on tonight at 11. Now, as a reminder, there are some other games that got moved to tonight. That it's Wagner Sally at Great Falls, Barnwell at Buford, Abbeville at Saluda, Denmark Olar at Blackville, Hilda, Lakeside at Aiken. We will have those Aiken highlights for you at 11. Now, as a reminder, do not forget to cast your vote for our weekly pick and poll to tell us who you think will win this week's Game Night Live matchup between North Augusta and Strom Thurmond. You can cast your vote now to see if your prediction actually matches the final score, and you can find that poll under the sports tab. Now, the season is officially here, believe it or not. It came a day early for some of these schools, including, of course, this game that I'm at right now, but we will have those highlights later on tonight at 11, and if you missed those, don't forget to tune in to our Football Friday Night Show at 11:35 p.m. But for now, reporting live at Greenbrier High School, Gianna Cefalu, WJBF News Channel 6 Sports.
Terry Lambert here from Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Get the latest weather data in real time throughout the entire CSRA. Count on the Live Viper 6 Neighborhood Network, powered by Tempest.
Here is one more look at our 10-day forecast. We'll have a high of 96 tomorrow. It will feel more humid with that heat index up to 105 and also a 60% chance of showers and storms. Then some cooler and drier air moving in. Notice the overnight lows dropping into the upper 60s for a change, and then we'll have the lower humidity, some sunshine Sunday and Monday. And then as the week goes on, we'll have some more rain chances and cooler temperatures even more so by the following weekend.
Waffle House is testing what could become new menu items right now. Look at that. The popular food chain is testing tacos at 45 locations across Atlanta for a limited time. Customers can choose between 4 breakfast taco options: bacon, sausage, chicken sausage, or ham. All come with egg and cheese. They're also offering lunch and dinner tacos, patty melt, chicken melt, and cheese steak melt. Yes, to all of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm loving this idea. I
Me
love
too.
a breakfast taco.
I do too.
But what's standing out to me in this image is the fact that the hash browns are plain. There's no cheese, there's no onion, there's no mushrooms. I need them smothered, covered, scattered. See, they're plain.
That's how you roll, though, with all the fixins on them.
Yeah. Do you like them plain?
Yeah, just straight up ketchup.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I don't like ketchup at all.
Let the potato shine through. But your way is good too, Jenna, and we love Waffle House. Have a great night.